Hi, how are you? I'm glad to be part of this thing. One of the dentists actually screwed up my teeth. So I thought I should actually fix things and fix things for other people as well. So that inspired me to become a dentist. Yes, I'm a cancer survivor as well. I was diagnosed in 2023 with Hodgkin's lymphoma. That is also like a journey that was navigated through myself, like independently, because being part of the healthcare profession, I was able to diagnose it and be able to help myself with all the process because there were so many doctors who were not able to help me or guide me with my ailment. And with the help of my personal knowledge, I was able to go for a biopsy and, actually pick it up at the right time. When I got a call from the, pathologist who actually told me that this is what you have. And I thought, okay, now I don't have time and my time is limited. And then I had to pick up myself and I had to like really think about how I'm going to deal with it. I'm glad that I had the support of my parents, I had the support of my in-laws, and the major pivotal person who actually picked me up was my husband. And then the whole journey began when I had to choose which doctor to go to. And that was also a very difficult journey because in Pakistan, most of the, doctors and pharmacists, they're very commercial. And to be able to find the right person to actually guide you through the whole journey, it was difficult, but I'm again very lucky. I had, a lot of family members abroad who were able to actually tell me how to go about it because being in the industry, medical industry, when you have the right contacts. So I can actually say that I'm from a privileged class. I don't know how poor people, navigate through this thing because during the whole process, I kept on thinking, oh, I am privileged enough to deal with things. But what about the poor people? They can't deal with all of these things. So it was very difficult. But I'm glad. So the disease that I had the cure for the past 30 years. And the only thing was the drug regulatory authority because some of the medicines were not available. I used to like be very grateful to God for, helping me, supporting, throughout the journey, sending me angels disguised as people. And there's a lot of spiritual growth. And I feel that at that age, you're like, okay, I don't have health issues. But then you start praying for your health because when you're bedridden, that's when you realize how health is so important. And then after that, I think it was some time period when I just thought I'm not gonna be able to walk or do anything. But then I pulled myself up and I was like, I cannot be bedridden. I cannot, stop living my life. I used to get my chemotherapy to, almost it used to take almost 6 hours for me to get the chemotherapy. For at least 48 hours, things were difficult for me. And by the time the 72 hours passed, I would go back to work. And when I was working during that time period, obviously it's difficult. As a female, again, you lose your hair, you lose your eyebrows, you lose your eyelashes, your whole identity, and everything shattered. You stop actually recognizing yourself in the mirror. That was a very difficult journey. But then I started maneuvering and molding according to that. I started wearing scarves. I started, dressing up to actually show up for myself. And then when I started working during that time period, I realized that when I was easing pain of my patients, I didn't need a painkiller. So that was a very satisfying feeling for me. And then after that, I realized there were so many women who needed that help and support. So after going through this entire journey, I knew where to get the wigs from. I knew where to get the scarves from. And there was no support group. I had support groups, but they were either in the US or in UK. There were no support groups in Pakistan, unfortunately. So when I created a small support group from, the different cancer survivors, I realized that there were people who were like, almost 20 years older than me, 15 years older than me. Women who didn't want to disclose their, health related issues and they wanted to keep it a little low profile. Whereas I, on the other hand, never wanted to stop and like, shove it under the carpet or hide it, because I'm like, what is wrong about talking about it? Being a dentist and a survivor who had experimented through all of this, I was able to, help them navigate through that journey, arrange things for them so that they lead their life comfortably during this process and they don't feel handicapped. I've become empathetic more. Initially, I was very emotionally driven. Now I see logic, and then I see empathy. And then when there's this old side of me as well. If people come up to me and they show their, oh, we're going through this and this, especially when it comes to, my colleagues or work employees, I just tell them if I can go through that, no, anybody can go through it. So that part of me changed, because otherwise I'd be like, "Nahi, nahi, oh, please, aap, ye, wo." Now I'd be like, you have an issue, deal with it, move on. My disease was Hodgkin's lymphoma. Hodgkin's lymphoma is a type of malignant blood cancer, and it actually starts with the cancer tumors going in your lymphatic system. So it is difficult to diagnose because you hit fever, you will have night sweats, and there are so many correlating sign and symptoms to other bacterial diseases. So there are two types of cancer: Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's. The non-Hodgkin's is more aggressive. The Hodgkin's, the one that I had, is slightly slow onset and progressing. So initially it was difficult because they thought I have typhoid, they thought I have UTI, but बैक्टीरियल या वायरल या पैथोजेनिक कुछ नज़र नहीं आता आपको, और इसके बहुत एक अलार्मिंग से सिम्टम्स नहीं आते. इट स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली वीकन्स योर इम्यून सिस्टम. मैं, जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिव और काम करने वाला बंदा हो, उसको घर बिठा दिया जाए, उसको बेड रिडन कर दिया जाए, समवन हु कांट इवन वॉक एंड गो टू द वॉशरूम और टेक अ शावर. It was very challenging. But then slowly and gradually, when I realized that this is the side effect of chemotherapy, एक के बाद दूसरे cycle में जब मैं जा रही थी, and I was able to take it. Luckily, initially the first cycle was difficult for me. Then I got to understand what the effects it has on my body, and then I took permission from the doctors कि मुझे लगता है कि कैंसर तो शायद मुझे नहीं मारेगा, but ये जो the feeling of handicap and staying in a room will actually kill me mentally. Then I realized that okay, now the doctors have given me this permission कि आपने थोड़ा थोड़ा लेके चलना है उसको. और फिर मैंने उस चीज़ को आहिस्ता आहिस्ता I just decided that I will do it. And then my boss would be like, just take it easy, just slow down. And I would just be so enthusiastic. I don't know what I was trying to prove, but maybe I wanted to prove that, listen, cancer cannot beat me. I need to do this. So it kind of helped me. The physical changes, they I was almost 20 kgs less than what I am right now. The steroids actually ruin you. Losing hair is such an important thing. Losing your eyebrows, eyelashes, and your skin color darkens, and it's just that you don't recognize. With for the initial time period, I would not look at the mirror, but then I started, dressing up. I started taking pictures of me in that, state as well. And then I got hold of wigs as well for social events. But I started tying up the, scarf in different styles. And I was like, अब ये है तो है, you have to deal with it. You need to, dress up for yourself. When I used to go through chemotherapy, I decided to keep it in that department जहाँ पे there were a lot of other people, women, men, all of them around me, and I would, because it was 6 hours of going through that, so I would talk to all the people around me. That's when I met one, patient. I was on my last chemotherapy, I think last session of the chemotherapy, and she was going through the first one. And then the nurse would obviously pick me up and make me talk to other people. That's when I met this woman who was going to start her chemotherapy. And then later on, when I was helping her navigate through the whole journey with hair and how to where to get the haircut done, how to navigate it, we both thought about that, why don't we make a group? And there were so many people who were getting diagnosed, and that's how the idea popped up. And that's when we made a little WhatsApp group. and we added a few women. We lost one as well during that, and it was something very, it was difficult. And then there were so many women who got diagnosed right after my diagnosis, and it was emotionally very like people who. So हमें तो बहुत छोटा अपने जान पहचान वाले लोगों के साथ शुरू किया। एक सर्वाइवल ग्रुप का एक नेटवर्क बन गया। हमें पता था किसको किस वक़्त क्या चीज़ चाहिए होगी। एंड सम ऑफ पीपल हैड इट, बिकॉज़ अनफॉर्चुनेटली पाकिस्तान में बहुत सारी चीज़ें अवेलेबल नहीं होती। Again, with the support of my family, I had things coming in from abroad. I kept them and I didn't know कि ये फिर आगे किस तरह utilize हो जाएंगी। With work, as I said, never stopped working. So my clients, my patients will love me. I think उनकी दुआओं के साथ मैं खड़ी हुई हूँ। बहुत ज़्यादा supportive थे। और I am just, really happy, and I look forward to, serving them for as long as I have my tactile sensations. And with that journey again, medicine में पढ़ाई तो कभी खत्म नहीं होती. I'm, doing whatever I can. I'm learning every day regarding the new technology, new things. So that is going on, and I'm still looking forward to, like, and every day is a new day for me. Every patient is a new patient, a new case, a new challenge for me. Never like neglect your mental, physical, emotional health. Never. Even if it's a slight sign, you should not neglect it, because as women we tend to be like, अच्छा चलो ठीक है गुजर जाए. But please, male, female, whoever it is, your health should be your first priority. सेहत है तो सब कुछ है, अगर नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है. And I would just say that, physical, mental health should go hand in hand. If your mental health is not in the right direction, if you don't have positive manifestations, if you don't have that positivity driven, life, then you will not be able to deal with any of the physical challenges. Because आजकल के दौर में anxiety बहुत ज़्यादा है, हर चीज़ का बहुत ज़्यादा, daily life is very challenging. So the only message that I would give is love yourself, love your people around you, yourself, and respect everybody, respect your boundaries, respect other people's boundaries as well. Be the support system, but be your support system first in order to help others.